But as a little exercise, I thought of a couple songs that I thought could compare to this one in its different factors. I started with two songs that are recent pop songs that I thought could compare and have possibly been scrutinized or haven't been, and how it stands up to those specific songs. The first one is something that I thought was a very popular song because of the treatment of the lyrics. And the first is 303's Don't Trust Me. This is a song that's an example, I guess all of these songs actually are that I'm going to talk about, almost all of them, are songs that I love. I love Don't Trust Me because I thought it was a clever, snarky, and sarcastic song about control and this confidence that is obviously fake. She wants to touch me, woo. She wants to love me, woo. She'll never leave me, woo. Don't trust a hoe, never trust a hoe. Won't trust a hoe, cause the hoe won't trust me. It didn't really take itself seriously, but it was very specific, and the lyrics were very creative and really nicely done in order to get that satirical point across about a girl who's possibly lacking in confidence and looking for some attention. But it wasn't a secret. This song definitely had a lot of problems with it by a lot of critics, because it is a little bit demeaning towards a woman in a way that I think that it was being honest of a woman. That if a woman wrote this, it would just be spot on about her insecurities. But two goofy guys were writing it. It just happened to be very graphic and smart, in my opinion. To pull an example from this year specifically of a pop song that came out near the same time but didn't get nearly as much controversy, at least not that I saw, was My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark by Fall Out Boy, another song that I love. Even more than this song, a lot of songs on the album were kind of violent and sexual in nature. The first stanza goes, "Be careful making wishes in the dark, can't be sure when they'll hit their mark, and besides in the meantime, I'm just dreaming of tearing you apart." But as a Fall Out Boy fan, I know that this is a staple of their nature. It's staple of the songwriter, that it is a shameless honesty of whatever is going through someone's mind, and only in music can you express a kind of anger and rage and not really have to, bring it to life. If we want to go into all the genres, we can talk specifically about Marilyn Manson and other people that write the lyrics just for shock value or to, invigorate some kind of emotion. It's basically my point why I don't even think Robin Thicke deserves to be paid attention to as much as these other artists that are doing their best and doing a good job at stirring up emotion in people. My third song that I'd like to go over is not a pop song. It's not a popular song. I don't think it was specifically a single. You would have to know this band pretty well to know the song, but it's a great example of seduction, and it's coming from a woman. And it is the Pretty Reckless Going Down. We'll just go with the first stanza. "Hey there, father, I don't want to bother you, but I've got a sin to confess. I'm just 16, if you know what I mean. Do you mind if I take off my dress?" This is another song that I'm in love with. I'm in love with the band. And what we're seeing here is an expression of seduction, just like Robin Thicke's song, that gets even more graphic and specific as the song goes on. Obviously, she's seducing somebody that would be an equivalent of a girl that's trying to behave, possibly a good girl. This would be the equivalent of a priest who should not be having sex with anybody. But it's a fun song, and in music we can express those desires and those intentions, and that's an example from a female. The next song is one that I am pushing, I think, a little bit pretty far, because it has to do a lot with the controversy of the song in another sense, and I just want to compare how a classic, famous love song is so similar. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back these feelings for so long, and if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Comparative to the lyrics, no more pretendin', 'cause now you winnin'. Here's our beginning. I always wanted a good girl. Not as poetic, not as subtle as Marvin's, but it is sending very specifically the same message of just trying to get the attention of a girl and trying to get her to, you know. Even with the repetitions of both songs, you know, Marvin goes, let's get it on, and Robin is, I know you want it, I know you want it. I mean, a lot of people will say that there's a difference there between maybe the confidence or the way that the song is targeting a girl, but the message to me is the same. The intention is the same, and what's going to happen in the end. And I just wanted to compare the two because there is such controversy with Marvin Gaye's other song because it sounds so much like Gotta Give It Up by Marvin Gaye. So finally, I would like to reference one more classic song, and it is a song that I've actually had trouble listening to all my life. I actually haven't listened to it since I was a teenager because I find it actually offensive, and it is Rolling Stones, Under My Thumb. This song actually did meet a lot of controversy when it first came to light because of its nature of control and suppression and oppression. But in listening to the lyrics, you do actually see that it's kind of a balance of a woman that had originally been so domineering over a man, and now it's his turn. So it wasn't just finding a good girl or somebody that was, you know, meek in nature, but finding those two humans. But the song mainly focuses on demeaning a woman and putting her down to a level. Not only that he had done that, but he calls her a pet cat. He calls her somebody that he can control. And to even think that people are upset about this stupid pop song is very confusing to me as a person, as a music fan. So those are some rock songs. I haven't even gotten into rap or metal because they are genres that I don't typically listen to and don't know enough about. So you can go find those comparisons yourself.